Number one had to be Lash Legend. This lady showed up out of nowhere and dominated the Royal Rumble. I mean, I know she's been on the main roster for a little while, and I know she did her thing down in NXT, but I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know too much about Lash Legend until this Royal Rumble. And the reason that I now know about Lash Legend is because she lived up to her last name. I don't see no reason why this lady can't have a legendary career. And I felt like the Royal Rumble was step one. Again, I don't really know what she's done prior to the Royal Rumble. And respectfully, it really doesn't matter too much because I think she just made a name for herself all within one match. It's not that easy these days to leave an impression on wrestling fans, including somebody as stubborn as me. But I'll be the first one to tell you, Lash Legend is unlike anything we've ever seen in the WWE. When I'm watching her tower over every other woman in the Royal Rumble and still have the type of athleticism that she has, the WWE just hit a gold mine. Maybe you hearing it first on Worldwide Classic, but I just can't see any reason why Lash Legend isn't going to be a huge star in the WWE. I don't know how the WWE even got this lucky. They have a lot of women in the Royal Rumble that showed improved. Lash Legend is different. And I don't like to talk about people's personal relationships, but it's been said that Lash Legend is dating Trick Williams. I'm only bringing those two up because that's kind of amazing for both athletes. If they do have some type of connection, I'm just proud of both competitors because they're coming with it and they're bringing their A game every time that we see them. They're new to the main roster, but just like that, they're almost making themselves a household name. I felt like that was already a given for Trick Williams, and we'll get there once we get to the men's Royal Rumble. But him potentially being involved with a lady like Lash Legend, these two have figured out a formula, and this is why I'm proud of them both. Men and women need to take note. This is how we should be in the dating world and as couples. We should be pushing each other to be the best version of ourselves. And the way that this young lady showed up at the Rumble and did her thing that way, I can't wait to see the type of career that she has. When I'm watching these athletes compete in the ring, I'm watching every attribute. I'm looking for everything. I'm looking at footwork. I'm looking at moveset. I'm looking at body language. I'm looking at charisma. I'm looking at timing. I'm looking at selling. It's a lot of different categories included with being a great pro wrestler. I just named about 6 or 7 things right there, and Lash Legend checks all of those boxes. That was the thing that was most impressive to me. I've rarely seen somebody come out and be able to do all of that in their second year of the Royal Rumble. Because we have to keep in mind that she's still essentially new to professional wrestling altogether. She's pretty much still new to the main roster, coming from NXT. In a match like the Royal Rumble, it's easy to have all type of miscues and mishaps. This is what made Lash Legend's performance legendary. I'm gonna say that word because we're talking about a lady that couldn't have been wrestling no more than 4 or 5 years by now. And just in that short amount of time, she was able to come out and dominate the Royal Rumble the way she did. And it wasn't even about being close to getting double-digit eliminations. She still might have got 10 or 11. And it wasn't even about kicking the shit out of Io Sky to eliminate her, which I thought was fantastic, by the way. It was the fact that her timing and pacing was perfect in that match. Obviously, it's a lot of moving parts in a Royal Rumble. We've heard some of the wrestling professionals say how even a fatal 4-way is too chaotic. Even a triple threat match with just 3 competitors. Now we're talking about a Royal Rumble with potentially 10, 11, or 12 people in the ring at one time. So I gotta make sure I set up this scenario the right way. I need to make sure people understand the degree of difficulty of being this good this early. We're seeing women in the Royal Rumble match that have been with the WWE for almost 10 years now. And some of them to this day still haven't looked that poised in that Royal Rumble match. So I had to make sure I took some time and show love and salute to Lash Legend. If she continues to compete the way that she did at the Royal Rumble, then a legend is exactly what she's gonna be.